Good morning and welcome to another Ignite Purposes weekly devotional. I've been talking a lot about taking more time to listen, to be more engaged with the people that you influence. And a lot of people think, well, I'm not a leader, so do these messages really impact me? But in fact, we're all leaders. We all have influence over people. We have to take the responsibility that we are either leading people to God or we're leading people to somewhere else. So you are a leader, so kind of get your head wrapped around that as I talk more about listening to others and really engaging people at where they're at. I have to admit, I was a leader that wanted to be the answer man. I wanted to lead people in a direction that I wanted them to go, never really allowing them to find their own path, but constantly becoming and being a dictator. Now, I don't like to admit that. It's hard for me to even look back and look at the trail of less than influential leadership that I had, but in fact, it's an amazing enlightenment for people to understand today that they need to come alongside people, whether you're a parent or a business leader or just an influencer of others. You have to learn to listen more, to come alongside, ask the right questions, and let people be led to the path that they will take. Now, again, we're still focusing on hopefully leading people to Jesus and not letting them go in another direction. But ultimately, they have to find that path, and when they find that path, there's a sense of ownership that you can't give them. Jesus' model of leadership is not what I talked about last week, where I was talking about being a control freak. Jesus is not a control freak. His style of leadership is setting an example and inviting people down the path towards him. What a great example that we should all follow. First of all, we should do a much better job modeling the love of Jesus, modeling what it is to be a servant leader like Jesus was. And two, just start inviting people to walk the path that you're walking. They'll want to go on that journey way more likely when they see you setting an example, living out a life of love for Jesus. 1 Peter 5:6 says, "Humble yourselves, therefore, under God's mighty hand, that he may lift you up in due time." So ask yourself, are you a guide, or are you, like I've been in the past, a dictator? You do influence people. You're leading people somewhere. You have to start owning the fact that you are responsible for some people going to heaven or maybe going elsewhere. So take that responsibility in love, but a little bit more seriously, and move yourself and those that you influence towards Jesus. Have a great week. Love you all.